Welcome, Namaste, Mitrom and Bandhu. This is South Asia Maps, the intellectual Kshatriya channel, education channel. You see me most of the time talking about Indology-centric topics of history, geography, culture and heritage. I have studied various fields or researched, and this is one of my favorite topic also, human ecology. So I will be posting series of videos on this aspect in the same our YouTube channel. You can always look for, in addition to our standard icon South Asia maps here, you will see this human ecology predicament. Most of the work is drawn from this presentation concepts are drawn from the work of Dr. William Catton Jr. of United States of America. His most popular book, OverShoot, and also BottleNeck. Today, I will be talking about carrying capacity, the concept of carrying capacity. Excuse me for my allergies. This is very, very important, especially to the modern generation, millennials who are born 2000 and afterwards. They will be living on overpopulated, that means in a planet Earth. This is the planet Earth, the only planet in the spaceship we have. On this planet, they will be living with a redundant population of now round about 7.7 billion, that is 7,700 million or 770 crore people. So the navigating in this time with resource depletion is very, very important. And if you are aware of these ecological concepts, how they mold our political, social, economic events, you will be better prepared. So I will be posting a series of topics on this particular concept. You can also look at this particular, like the number. This is the first topic, carrying capacity, we will talk about. Before that, Mitrom and Bandhuvam, this is our standard YouTube channel, South Asia Maps, and J. Reddy. This is your presenter, J. Reddy from North America, Dr. J. Reddy. And I have already posted more than 190 well-documented videos for you. And, excuse me, if you like those videos, so please subscribe and communicate this channel to your friends. And if you are looking my presentations at Share Chat, I see a lot of them, please do add some comments. I earnestly request you to take some time to add the comments, so how you are going to take these presentations or feeling about them. These concepts, I will be opening, these are the playlists. There are nearly 24 playlists in our intellectual Kshatriya channel. I will open a new playlist. You can look something like human ecology. These topics I will be posting in that human ecology playlist. This is the very interesting, very thought-provoking book you can ever read, that is Overshoot by Dr. William Catton Jr. And Overshoot, the ecological basis of revolutionary change. He also wrote other book, BottleNeck, humanity's impending impasse. He is a human ecologist at Washington State University in the Northwest at Pullman. This is about human impasse, human predicament and bottleneck. Predicament is a very difficult situation, quagmire, where human society as a whole now placed themselves unconsciously. That is the entire concept of this series of presentation, Human Ecology, Predicament, reference Dr. Catton, Ecological Overshoot and Bottleneck Century. This is the topic we are discussing. Today we'll be talking about carrying capacity. What is carrying capacity? Excuse me. See here, before we go into, here we see a land mass, a habitat. You go to 3.3 kilometers, 3.3 kilometers, about 10 square kilometers. Think about 12,000 years back, there was no agriculture. Few people used to live their garden, hunters and gatherers. This habitat, 10 square kilometers, that is the size of an average village in the ceded districts of Rayalaseema, that is the remnant of former magnificent Vijayanagara Empire. That is the southern part of Andhra Pradesh today. That is the average village size is round about 10 square kilometers. In the Indo-Gangetic plains like Uttar Pradesh, size can be 50 to 30% of that. If you go to Malabar coast, the average size of village is even less, maybe like 2 square kilometers or something like that. Anyway, we have 10 square kilometers here. That means that 10 square kilometers is 1000 hectares. 1 square kilometer is 100,000 hectares. Hectares you can convert into acres, multiply by 2.5. That is 2,500 hectares are here. And let's say after some time, they developed agriculture, found the techniques, and few thousand years later, when you go that area, they cleared the forest and everything. 50% of the forest they cleared, remaining they made the 50% arable land, that is the farmland. Now round about 100 families live there. We give an arrow about 5 people per family. That is the 500 people live here. So carrying capacity is nothing but, when you say carrying capacity, you remember P, number of people. Here you see the people. Maximum number of people a habitat can support indefinitely. That is the very, very critical point. It has to support indefinitely, means until the planet Earth collapses. That's what it means, indefinitely, literally meaning, but for a long time. Always when you talk about the carrying capacity, you have to remember about a particular technology, a particular social order, a particular standard of living, the affluence and so on. Habitat in general, as a layman, you can see the land, a place where an organism makes it a home. Where you live, your village is in a habitat, your city is in a habitat, your small town is in a habitat, like that. Where an organism in the biotic community finds food. There is a typo here. Finds food, it finds its mates, it reproduces and passes its life. That is the habitat. This habitat at that particular primitive technology without agriculture can support indefinitely, let's say 10 people. These numbers are arbitrary, just to give you a understanding. Hunters and gatherers. After developing agriculture started around about 12,000 years back. If you say this is 2000 after the Christ, 10,000 you put back when agriculture started slowly, then somewhere round about, let's say 2,000-3,000 years back, there are 500 people here. This land can support 500 people indefinitely, forever. That is the carrying capacity. Carrying capacity is nothing but the number of people that can be supported by habitat indefinitely. Take for example, this is the only planet Earth we live in the spaceship. So Nile River, you have to remember, is around about 6,600 kilometers. from Lake Victoria to Alexandria. Again put one more Nile here to Cape Town, round about 12,000, something like that. If you flip this Africa from here to here, that is almost 12,000. That means exactly the diameter of the diameter of the planet Earth is the 12,000. The point is, this is the only planet we are living. What is the carrying capacity of that planet? How many number of people it can support indefinitely? That is the critical point. Before agriculture started around about 12,000 years back, that is 2000 and 10,000 before Christ, there were around about like 1 million people or 2, 3. We will see the number later, the projections. Anyway, during the Napoleonic time, during the time, early years of Maharaja Ranjit Singh in the Indo-Gangetic plains, when he was building the Khalsa Sarkar, before the Maratha War, Third Maratha, Anglo-Maratha War, when the sale of Louisiana territory occurred in the United States, Napoleonic time, Battle of Waterloo. You remember 1818 or something like that. There was 1 billion people on the planet Earth. Now, that means it's a 1818. You fast forward 200 years, now there are nearly 8 billion. To be specific, 7.7 billion. What is the carrying capacity of the planet Earth? And the carrying capacities of various nations is very, very important. We will be discussing in future presentations. That is very important concept that we discussed today. Carrying capacity, the maximum number of people a particular habitat can support indefinitely. A primitive habitat, not primitive, a hunter-gatherer's habitat can support 10 people in this 10 square kilometers. If they develop an agriculture, you can put around about 300-400 people here. Again, the numbers are arbitrary to give a certain magnitude. If you do the industrial agriculture, pump in fertilizers, synthetic fertilizers, pesticides, machine-driven combiners harvested and farm it, you can put around about 5,000 or so. You have 10 people, that is the carrying capacity, 500 people carrying capacity. That 5,000 people is not a carrying capacity because it cannot be done forever indefinitely. That is called phantom carrying capacity. That concept we explore further. So that is about Dr. Catton's work we will be exploring, talking about this fascinating vistas today we are passing through in human civilization in the time of overpopulation, overshoot and bottleneck. Thank you very much. This is your presenter Reddy. Please do consider subscribing our channel and bringing to the notice of our people. If you see me on share chat site, please add comments too. And this particular the Dr. Catton's work, you can look human ecology to our standard South Asia maps icon. See you later. Mitroman Bandhuvam. Thank you very much.